That was pretty good for the screen. That wasn't bad today. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Poke the Woke Edward Show. Kevin Wall here, live from Bellworks here in Homedale, New Jersey. We got a lot to talk about today. Our main man, Pots and Pans, Jim Brewer, actually made some good comments today. Alexandra Occasional Cortex, because we call her Occasional Cortex because it's only occasional when she uses the brain, and we will definitely discuss that.
Yes.
On top of that, and of course, it's Giant Football Thursday,
That's
so
right.
we are in good moods, and until unfortunately at 11 o'clock, where the Giants will make us in bad moods. But hey, you know, it's 50-50 in football. Edward Show, how are you, my friend?
How are you, good sir? I love the beginning.
You know
Love
what?
the
I'm
beginning.
feeling
You brought
good
it back.
today.
You
I'm
brought it
feeling
back.
good. You know, we did the first episode. Episode 2, episode 3, my voice wasn't there. I admit, it just was not there. We tried it briefly last week, but I gotta tell you, I think this was my best one.
Oh,
I think this was my best one. I was on cue. You know, I don't have a good singing voice, but I was able to hold that note all the way to the end. So
Axel
you know,
has
I'll
nothing
take
on
it.
you, my friend.
Axel doesn't
has
have anything
nothing
on me.
you.
Yeah.
I love the Giant swag too, man.
Dude, I have to. It's a Giant Football Thursday. You know, we should have some wings. We should have some cold brews, you know, on the side. I don't know why.
When we walked into the studio,
I should have warned you. We should have probably done that, but that's okay.
We should have. Now, you know, we have a whole football season to go, right? So
We do. But the Giants only play one Thursday out of the year.
That's right.
And this is week 2.
And you know what's weird too? I think I saw the schedule. They're not playing any evening games either, really.
They're not playing any Sunday night games. They have a couple Monday night games. They play,
do?
ironically, both the Chiefs and the Bucks on Monday Night Football.
Oh, there
Which
you go.
is bad. And the Giants, you know, they had an awful game on Sunday. They started off the first half great, in my opinion. The defense looked good. Logan Ryan gets a turnover. Jones moving the ball, you know, in one series. And all of a sudden, the Broncos went for it on like 4th and 8 with 45 seconds to go. And they got the first out. Right there, bro, I said that was it. They're going to lose this game. And what happens the next play? A 20-yard drive by the Broncos, another 20-yard play there, touchdown Denver. Denver gets the ball back. They score another touchdown. They couldn't recover. So the Giants, you know, the defense is there. I think just, unfortunately, when you lose your mojo and the other team gains momentum, that's how it works. And that's exactly what happened. But Daniel Jones, man, it's now or never. You got to move the damn ball. You got to move the damn ball. You got to put points on the board because that's how you're going to win football games. And it's year 3. I've been patient with you in 18 or 19. I've been patient with you last season. It's now or never.
If you saw
never.
If you saw him playing Duke, basically he was just all he would ever do is just drop the football, fumble. So there would be absolutely no difference.
And he did
what
it
would
again.
happen, he would be in blue, right?
Other than the fumble, he played quite well on Sunday.
They were
he
hardly.
did.
What was it? Did they? I mean, what was even their time of possession that whole game?
That's
it was
the thing.
awful.
The Broncos at one point had 50 plays. The Giants only had 20. And I get it, Saquon. You're getting him back. You knew he wasn't going to be a big factor on Sunday. 10 carries, 26 yards.
That was terrible.
If I'm the Giants, I'm not starting Saquon tonight. I need that man healthy. And coming back from one game, you got to remember, he's still in preseason form. Comes back in one game, short week, not rolling the dice. Get me to the 26. Get me against Atlanta. Let's focus Saquon on that.
When I went to this game, I'm a big football fan, as you are. I'm a big sports fan in general. But this is what really was embarrassing. So I went to watch the game with my friends.
What'd you do, by the way?
And I went with my friend to the bar, you know, just to watch the game and just
Chicken wings. Good-looking waitresses.
100%, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you can find an ugly bartender that, you know.
They're there.
Oh, they're there? Really?
Oh yeah, they're there. I can assure you, they're. Well, everybody has their definition of what's ugly. That's not.
You know, they actually get a little cuter after each drink you have.
That's true, but not all dime pieces.
We've been there, done that.
but we went there, and I was so cocky. So cocky.
What were you saying?
Going into this game thinking that the Giants would just win. You want the truth? I had no idea. I asked my friend. I had no idea who the Broncos quarterback was going to be.
Oh, Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Right. I didn't know it was going to be Bridgewater.
That's good.
Well, I wasn't too sure, and I was like, remember they had this whole thing where Watson was going to go there. Remember that he was a landing.
Yeah.
spot
No one
for
knows
them.
where he's going to go.
Right. But so I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know the situation, how good the Broncos defense was, what their offense was, what anything. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, just absolute arrogance, saying, well, the Giants are better. They did a lot of stuff in the offseason to just get better, you know, and they went into this game. And the cockiness just drew out of me, just drew out of me as the game just progressed over and over, and the Giants couldn't move the football, and the fact that Denver just was spraying the ball all over the. You gotta admit, yeah, let's give Bridgewater credit,
Dude,
man.
Every
that guy
third
looked
down,
good, man.
you knew he was going to nail it.
He looked good.
Yeah, and you know what? You got to give credit to Pat Shermer. Former New York Giant head coach, did not have a good tenure here. The one thing, he may have been a bad head coach, but I respect Pat Shermer because he's, as offensive coordinator, both with the Eagles and the Vikings, he's doing the same thing with Denver. Denver's going to be 2-0. They're playing the Jaguars. You really think Denver's going to lose to Jacksonville? No way.
No, I don't think
I think
so
Urban Meyer's on the way out, honest to God. Did you see his press conference yesterday?
Jeez, yeah,
Not
that
looking.
was
He
awful.
wants out. He knows he made a mistake. He should have never went to the NFL. He's gonna suck it up the season, but it's gonna be like a Nick Saban thing. You're gonna see Urban Meyer coaching in college.
He'll do it.
soon.
He'll do it for T-Law, for Trevor Lawrence.
What? He's gonna coach more than a week. He knows he made a mistake. He's like, oh man, now USC's open. Now they're saying USC could be an open.
I don't want. He's going to be awesome, but being a Giant fan, you can imagine me being a little bitter, being that he should be our quarterback, that we passed on him, and the fact that he was awesome, and he is awesome, is upsetting. But this new rush of quarterbacks that came in this year, I mean, I would like to see Trevor Lawrence do well. I would like to see Justin Fields do well.
I would like to see. He's been so good in college. Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Dude, he looks like a 14-year-old boy playing Pee Wee football.
He does, but
he's got that baby face.
But the kid's got.
Have you seen his mom, by the way?
No, she's pretty hot.
She's a good-looking girl.
I bet.
She's a good-looking mom.
I bet. Really, she's a MILF.
She was on the New York Post the day after the Jets drafted Zach Wilson. Let's just say that.
Really?
Yeah.
I think
there were stories regarding Zach Wilson's mom, not Zach Wilson.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's got a dime piece girlfriend too, doesn't he?
I've seen, yeah. I mean, any college football quarterback does.
That's true too. That's
be
true
real.
too. But that's why I didn't think that Tim Tebow, and when he had, remember when he was like, "Oh, I'm a virgin," I saw his girlfriend. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
You know what? I love Tim Tebow. I love Tim Tebow. I love Tim Tebow.
Not a virgin with a girlfriend like that.
I love Tim Tebow. No, I think he was. I do, because you can tell when someone is very, with their opinions and their thoughts and their beliefs. Tim Tebow was all in with that, and that's okay. However, I do like my football players to get laid. They're more loose, and they can,
Oh, sure.
They're not more uptight on the field. Tim Tebow had a good Bronco career, but of course, when Peyton Manning's knocking on your door, you got to go after him. And his career was never the same after.
I'm like you. I like Tim Tebow. I really did. He seemed like a good guy.
I was pulling for him with the Mets.
I was
pulling for him.
I was pulling for him when he went to play football. And he just seems like a good guy, a good role model, says the right things, doesn't, is not a dick. He just didn't have the zip on his ball.
Oh, his accuracy was very bad.
And he just wasn't all right. He wasn't an NFL quarterback. Is really what it come down to. I thought, but I was really pulling for him, asking any of my friends. I had no problem with Tim Tebow.
Well, now he's going to be with Stephen A. Smith on Friday, so it looks like now that he's a married man, he's a man, I guess we can say, and he's living life. So it didn't work out the professional career, but you got to respect him. You got to respect him and all that. But yeah, football week 1. It's great to be back.
It's good.
Giants play tonight. We got some chicken wings, that are going to be grilling at the house. So
I heard the
couple cold beers. We're gonna have a good time.
You know what? I heard the NFL went. Okay, they were woke the last season. They were very woke, and obviously it all tanked, right?
They've been woke for the last 5 years,
but it was the last year. Was
hey,
really
Roger
bad.
Goodell's even worse now. Now like he's just caving to that mob. He's caving to that mob.
Sad, and I thought this year was going to be a little better because
it'll never be the same.
Last week's first game, the Bucks and Dallas.
Yes.
God,
what a great game, by the way.
And could you set a better precedent? Can you just you had the best quarterback ever. You had the GOAT playing in Tom Brady, right? Yeah, Dak Prescott, right?
Dallas played a lot better than I thought they were going to.
Unfortunately, being a Giants fan, Dak looked pretty fucking good.
He did. And you know what? As much as I hate the Cowboys, and their quarterbacks have been good. Like I hated Tony Romo when he was playing, but you got to respect him. Dak Prescott, I respect. Because he's a good guy, he's a good quarterback. After that gruesome injury, I mean, his ankle was 45 degrees to the left.
Yeah.
And here he is less than a year later, and he balled out. But, however, once you saw Tom Brady, you saw him once they kicked that field goal, Dallas. You knew Brady was going to drive down the field.
There's no one I knew that saw that game and said Brady's not going to get it.
Did you see the report?
But you felt bad for that kicker, though, man. Why did he blow that game?
Oh, I know. But did you see the report today about Tom Brady? He's thinking about playing till 50 now.
Did he say that?
He's thinking about it. Now, it's obviously,
he wants
you're
to go-
43 years old. You got 7 more years, but he's looking at 50 years old now.
He wants to go to 45. That's what he said before, right?
Yeah, but now I think Tom Brady really believes he can do this.
I think he could do it. Like, is there anything that tells
Just
you that he can't?
retire, dude. You got nothing more to prove.
Is there anything to tell you that he can't do it?
You got nothing more to prove.
Maybe he wants 10. I mean, maybe
If there's one guy in the league that has a chance at that, it's Tom Brady.
It's Tom. I mean, I'm being a Giant fan too. The Giants could have easily lost those stupid Super Bowls. You know
Giants beat them fair and square not once but twice.
No, I get that.
I got nothing against Tom Brady.
But the Giants could have lost that game very easily.
Oh my God, yeah.
All right, so
yes,
Tom Brady
David
could.
Tyree, and then
Brady could have 2 more rings on his finger. I mean, the Giants it's very possible.
Thank God for Eli Manning, right, guys?
Yeah, that's heroes, man.
And Eli Manning next Sunday, just because of those 2 games, he's going to get number 10 retired next Sunday against Atlanta.
The Falcons, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
I'm looking forward to it.
That'll be good. That'll be good. But Tom Brady, he's the GOAT.
Yes.
I don't think
my
anyone
dad
believes him.
still will not say that. He still thinks Joe Montana. I'm like, dude.
Joe Montana flat out had a whole thing on him.
I said, dude, I'm like, Pops, just give it up. As much as you don't like Tom Brady, I've learned once Tom Brady left New England and went to Tampa, did his thing, I realized I just hate the Patriots more than I hate Tom Brady. No, because it's true. I went to school in New England. I had nothing against the Patriots. I beat you. My team beat you guys fair and square. And the zero respect that they have for Eli Manning, that made me turn on them so quickly. And then you got the other momos in New England. Oh yeah, go Patriots, go Patriots. Name me 5 people. Wes Welker. He's retired, or he's in Denver. Yeah. They didn't even know Wes Welker was still on the Patriots.
Now they'll just say Mac Jones.
They're a bunch of morons. If it's not Tom Brady, I'm surprised I didn't hear Richard Seymour come out of someone's mouth.
That's great.
The old Richard Seymour.
I think Mac Jones will have a good career, though.
I think Jones is going to be good, too.
Yeah, I think
I do.
Yeah,
I do. He looked sharp in the preseason. Preseason's different, so did Daniel Jones. And now I finally, I'm still supporting the guy.
You are.
But
I actually gave you a little shit for that when you came into the studio. I was like, really? A Daniel Jones jersey?
Yeah, I know. Well,
I was like, really, DJ jersey?
At the end of the day, it's all about winning football games. It's all about winning games. And in an easy division. And, Fitzpatrick's out of the game. He's going to be out for 8 weeks. He's opting for rehab compared to surgery, as we found out today. And you got this Heineke guy that we really know nothing about, but we do at the same time because, yes, he did start in that wild card game against the Buccaneers.
God, how good did he look, though?
He looked great. And if you think about it, the Washington Redskins, or the Washington football team, I get corrected all the time. The Washington Redskins looked they were the most competitive team against the Buccaneers, throughout the whole postseason because New Orleans was a blowout, Green Bay was a blowout, and obviously the Super Bowl 31-9.
Yep.
The Redskins, they play their hearts out. So I'm curious to see what this Heineke guy is going to look like. I think the defense will bounce back, but the biggest question is, where's this offense? I don't think Saquon's going to play, and you got to give Daniel time. And Nate Solder, by the way, what a freaking embarrassment.
You're not going to give him time.
An embarrassment.
Yeah,
blocking your own guy and
that's
brutal.
Tonight, now that people are watching, tonight, what do you think? Who's going to win?
I think the Giants are going to bounce back. I really do.
What's the spread? 3? I think it's 3. Right?
The Redskins are getting, or Washington's favorite at 3.5.
I'm going to call them Redskins. I don't care. That's just who I know them until they change it. Okay,
but you know what? I love the under tonight at 40.5. Take the under. Just because the Giants don't know how to put points on the board, and
is that what
the Giants' defense is pretty good.
Is it at 40? That's what the over
at 40.5 from last I saw.
And it's 3.
I'm thinking about putting a buck or 2.
And it's 3, right? And they're favored by 3?
Washington's favored by 3. So the Giants will be getting 3.5 points. And you got to remember, Daniel Jones is undefeated against Washington. Even the Saquon Barkley plays. If you think DJ's been playing well against DC,
I think
Saquon's got even better numbers. But again, I don't expect him to play. I don't even want him to play. It's all about getting him healthy. And we saw in Week 1 against Denver, you knew he wasn't going to be a factor. They were just going to ease him in. Thank God that's empty, by the way.
Yeah, that would have been awful.
10 carries, 26 yards, and it would have been. So I don't expect him to play tonight just because of a short week. As I said, just give him the full 10 days, and then you can start easing him in. But at the same time, he's getting paid to play football. He's getting paid to play the game.
Yeah.
So at the same time, put him in there.
That's going to be tough. Did they say? I mean, the lineups are set at this point, right? I mean, the lineups are all.
He was questionable from last I saw. He's going to be a game time decision. Game time decisions usually we finally know between an hour or two before the game, so we won't know yet.
Okay, because I don't know if they're going to win by. I don't know if they're going to win by 3. Okay, I don't know if they're going to win by 3. I personally do feel the Giants will lose. I do. I'm a Giant. Look, I think the Giants. I think the Giants are going to lose.
Is it going to be because of Daniel Jones or just because this guy Heineke is going to?
I got this.
Blow the roof.
I get this gut feeling, and I could be wrong, and I hope I am. You got this kid Heineke. He's still going to prove himself. The kid does have talent, as we can see, and the Giants just have holes. You know what I'm saying? So.
They do. They do.
And here's the thing.
The line and
the Giants have a lot more to prove than Washington. Washington's going to be a lot more loose, you know? I think Heineke's going to spray the ball all over the place. He'll throw over for 300 yards.
You think so?
I think he's going to go all over the place.
Is that your bet of the week or bet of the night?
Heineke 300?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
So he's going to go over. I don't know the exact line, but
yeah, I think he's going to
We're talking way over the line now.
I personally think he's going to go for 300, yeah. Wow. But I do think they're going to win. But we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong.
I want the Giants to win because if the Giants go 0-2, especially
I can't do another 0-2 season,
especially with a team that's in your own division. And if you're 0-2, and I think if you do the math on it, I believe teams that are 0-2, them making the playoffs is like ridiculously.
Well, the Giants won the Super Bowl in 07 when they went 0-2.
No,
so
saying,
never say never, but
statistically, I'm saying, but dude, not with this team. Okay, we're talking with a team, totally two different teams.
But the Giants, they've been saying, be patient, wait for this team. They've started 0-2 in 6 out of the last 7 seasons.
Yeah.
I can't be patient no more. I got to see wins. And you had an easy schedule. Let's put Denver aside because I didn't think they were going to win the game anyway. I think Denver's just a little too better. Atlanta's a mess.
Yeah.
The Redskins, or Washington, you got to correct me. I mean, we should put a swear jar, instead of me cursing. You curse and I say Redskins, boom.
Hey.
That's going to cover our tab later tonight. But you got Washington tonight, and you got Atlanta next week, which is not a good team. And I thought, they should have won with a quarterback because as a fan, I know from experience when you keep a aging quarterback and you're not doing him any favors,
right,
you're just setting yourself back another 5 years. And that's what the Giants did, and that's what Atlanta's currently doing. I get it. Matt Ryan took it to a Super Bowl. Should have won you a Super Bowl. I mean, that 28-3 game was unbelievable. Julio's out of the picture. It's just time.
What is Matty Ice's age? He's
like 36.
36?
36.
Okay. Yeah.
He's been in the league since 08. So if you get drafted at 23, 24, so I would say 36.
36. Okay. I mean, he was
maybe even 37. I don't know.
Yeah. His time is done. Pasture's done. But I think they were looking for a new quarterback, but somehow or some way they couldn't fit it into their.
The thing is, you can't take a quarterback unless you love them. Both in the draft and in free agency. And they just obviously didn't love a quarterback. And they take Kyle Pitts, who's a great tight end out of Florida.
I don't know about that because Miami took Tua, and I don't think they loved Tua 2 years ago.
No, I think Deshaun Watson. It's just not if, it's when.
That's what I think too.
Yeah,
I think so too. But just going back to what you said, if you love the quarterback, I don't see the Dolphins loving Tua. When they made that pick, and my friends are.
I think Tua is a name. I don't think he's a talent.
I don't know if he is or not. He showed me some stuff, and then he didn't show me some stuff. So it's still out on him. But the Dolphins, arguably, they have a top 10 defense,
yes,
right? Their offense easily top. They probably have a top 10 offense as well. So if for some reason they don't make waves in their division, it's Tua's fault. Because they
always blame the quarterback. You always got to blame the quarterback.
Well, and they arguably in the toughest division too. Jesus, come on, man. You got to put the Patriots.
Well, they beat New England.
You got the Bills.
The Patriots are 0-1. Buffalo's 0-1. The Miami's win the division right now.
Let's be real here. They shouldn't have won that game against the Patriots last week. They fumbled. And that's what it was.
A win's a win, a loss is a loss.
You're right. You know what? They got the dub. So.
And how about Pittsburgh, by the way? No one expected Pittsburgh to come out competing against Buffalo. We expected, I was saying take the under of wins with Pittsburgh at 8 with an aging Ben Roethlisberger. They didn't make any moves. Everyone's unhappy there. And dude, they come out 1-0, and we'll see what happens next week.
But isn't that what's great about football? The NFL, aren't you glad it's back?
The best time of the year. It's best time of the year.
It's amazing. And once again, the great thing is it's not as woke as it was last year. Well, it was woke apparently.
It's still woke.
Well, here's on Sunday. Did you see the NFL came up with the numbers, and it was like 15 million people or something like that. People they were kind of proud of it, the number, and that's really not that great. 15.
Really?
Yeah, 16, 17.
I didn't see the exact number.
Yeah, so it wasn't great, and they were blaming it on the wokeness and stuff, and they were they were holding hands, and I don't know if this was true or not, but this is what I read that. they obviously the media didn't show it, but when they were out there, all holding hands and stuff like that too, like people were booing.
Fine with the lock and arms,
but people were booing like crazy.
Yeah,
apparently.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
But I was like saying, people just don't want to see it.
That's the thing, and we're seeing less in that because TV networks have said we're not going to show it just because it's a pain in the ass,
Exactly,
and you hear it. So, but anyway, we'll see what happens. Week 2, 8 o'clock kickoff. I'm looking forward to it. And speaking of woke, obviously woke, but let's go back to actual woke because in the state of New Jersey.
Well, NFL is woke, so we'll talk about that. So we can we're fair
exactly.
On that.
But in our great state of New Jersey, which is I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the guy who's running our state, but and I think he's going to win by a landslide.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I don't trust the Cinderella guy. But anyway,
Jim Murphy's going to win.
Yeah, Jim Brewer, local comedian,
great comic,
great guy. You know him, actually, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm not
would you
personally.
call him a friend or acquaintance?
No. I performed with him. That's about it. But when I performed with him, it wasn't like I was opening for him, anything like that.
Okay.
We did a show, and he happened to be there. The star showed up, so I was just kind of like an ancillary part of the show. So that's where I was. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, hopefully we'll see him again. But anyway, Jim Brewer, we won't see him in Red Bank, that's for sure, because with the Count Basie Theater, right?
Yeah.
Is that where he would be performing?
Yeah.
Now we see it with PNC. Our friend Sal, he works at PNC, and now they're showing you, hey, you gotta show proof that you're vaccinated or not. And Jim Brewer is one of the few comedians who's starting to open up and saying, no, I'm not living by these rules. My job is to entertain the people. My job is to make you laugh and say jokes. And just because someone doesn't have doesn't have a card or anything like that, again, if you want to get it, get it. If you don't. It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Yeah,
we're all going to be okay. We know how to live with this virus at the same time.
Yep.
And we see like Bruce Springsteen, for example, another New Jersey legend.
Yep. He's
doing his Broadway stuff again. He's like saying you can't get in unless
that's all of New
you're
York.
Fully vaccinated.
Well, that's all of New York.
Yeah.
Anywhere in New York.
Well, Bruce is just as far left as New York City.
He's pretty left. Yeah, he's pretty.
But
left.
this is with this. At the end of the day, you just want to have a sold out crowd, and you don't have to show proof of anything other than your license if you look under 21 if you want to buy a drink. This doesn't have to do anything with a virus, I feel.
I think you're absolutely right. And Jim said the most amazing thing, which I think makes the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
And that's he's like, listen, he's got fans.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, the last thing I want my fans to do, and I would actually feel the same way. I really would. I don't.
You just want to entertain your people. They don't put them through that crap.
Right. It's like, listen, I have my fans that want to come see me, right? Mm-hmm. But if you want to come see me, I'm going to shoot you with the stuff that you don't want. Right, so it kind of puts you in a weird spot.
Yes,
and Jim's like, I don't want to put my fans in a weird spot. If they want to come see me, I want to perform for them, but I'm not going to force them to do something they don't want to do to see me. Mm-hmm.
This is turning more into a political thing more and more each day.
It really is. And boy, did he get, all right.
Did he get canceled yet?
No.
I saw him on Tucker. He was phenomenal.
Okay, here's one of the greatest things that he said, and you saw him on Tucker. And
you did too.
I did too. And one of the greatest things, he didn't know if he wanted to do that because they asked him, and they said, "Hey Jim, you know what? You said this thing about the mask mandate. You're getting a lot of
So what did he exactly say about the mask mandate in the past? I know he's been vocal, but I don't know the exact quotes.
Yeah, I don't know the exact quotes, but his big thing is, once again, just like what he said. He was like, I don't think anyone should be forced to wear a mask. That's just really kind of how he feels, and I don't think nobody really needs to be forced to wear a mask. If you have the vaccine, if you take the vaccine, that's pretty much it. It protects. If you have the vaccine, it protects you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing with the flu and the sniffle. But
you get the vaccine, and you could still get COVID.
Yeah.
But he was like,
and we're seeing a lot of those cases.
But his initial thing was, well, if you get the vaccine, you're protected. So what do I care if you're not vaccinated? If you're
gonna get it,
if you're gonna get it and you don't have it, if I get the vaccine, right, and you don't have the vaccine, I'm not gonna be afraid of you because I can't get it.
Yeah.
That was the big thing. So he was like, everyone has their choice what they want to do. And he just really is against the idea of people being forced to do.
I don't blame you. Listen, if you want to get it, get it. If not, I admit I'm fully vaccinated. I know you are too.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, we shouldn't be shoving this down people's throats just to get into a restaurant or a venue or a show. We never saw this back in the day when it came to swine flu or when it came to chicken pox back in the day, the Spanish flu in 1918. Like,
well, this is getting
out of hand now.
Because what you just said about 5 minutes ago, it's really too political. So when you talk to swine flu, we talk to flu, okay?
We laughed about it back in the day.
Exactly. But this one we don't, because this brings us to my next point. So he had a voice, okay? So how is he going to get his voice out there? And he's like, I want to stay away from the mainstream media because if I do the mainstream media, they'll either cut me off, they'll edit it, they'll spin it in a way where okay. So he's like, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to say something that's going to come out really, really crappy.
And he knows that too.
And he knows that. But what ended up happening was apparently he had a friend that worked at Tucker Carlson, right? And he's like, listen, I think Tucker will want to hear what you have to say.
And he doesn't edit anything out.
As soon as you hear Tucker Carlson, right? People on the left freak the fuck out. Like they freak the fuck. I
love it.
Right? They freak the fuck out. So he was like, well, what would end up happening is like, if I don't get edited, I'll do Tucker Carlson, which he did, right? And he said his piece, and it wasn't edited out or nothing. But now people, unfortunately, won't listen to what he has to say.
They just want that 1 minute soundbite.
Well, even if it doesn't make, even if what he said makes sense, let's just say it made tons of sense. A lot of people don't care because he's on Tucker Carlson. So he's a racist, or I can't believe he's using this political avenue to get his word out. It's going out to the wrong people. And he was like, if you will just listen to what I'm saying. And see if it makes sense. Forget the fact that I'm Tucker Carlson and I'm on Fox. Can we just get rid of that?
Yeah, same thing with Don Lemon, CNN, or Wolf, or whoever.
See, I don't like Don Lemon at all.
No, neither do I. We can have a whole different conversation.
Yeah, but here's the thing with Don Lemon.
He's a race-baiting hack.
But
That's what he is.
But Don Lemon is honest in when he said, he's like, listen, I don't report the truth. I report my truth.
So it's an opinion.
So it's an right.
Yeah.
But which means it's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, it's my truth. Which means it's not the truth. It's what your truth is. So, but he's honest about that. I mean, I don't agree with what he says.
Sticks to his guns.
But he said that. He's like, I don't report the truth. I report my truth. So, okay, fine. If you want to follow him, great. If you like CNN, you want to follow him and do that, that's fine. Okay. Tucker Carlson, I mean, he could be an asshat too. And I know I've seen it.
Yeah.
But
I love when he makes that look like.
Yeah, he's a weird, like, I mean, I get
I love it.
But that's the problem why it's so political, because Jim Brewer, I thought, was brilliant on Tucker Carlson.
The link you sent me,
it's on great. YouTube, and if people would just listen to it, right? He's not trying to be far left. He's not trying to be conservative. He's not trying to be liberal. He's just trying to say, this is what I feel about it, and I hope you feel the same way. That's it. But people are just calling him all different types of things. I mean, and that's the problem. It's just too political. But he's right, though, because just because something's on CNN or Fox, people won't listen and or watch, because it's too late, because the one's so far left and one's so far right that,
It's so unfortunate because, it's funny. Well, it's not funny because I'm going to bring this going to September 11th. Obviously, the 20-year anniversary was Saturday. Mike and I were at the Yankee Met game, as we mentioned last week. It was a great time. Great baseball game on top of
Must have been a great energy there, I'm sure.
Great. Oh, dude. I felt united again, for once in a very long time. Like, didn't matter what you looked like or what your political view was.
For that one night.
Yeah. That's the unfortunate thing. I would like it the other 364 nights, which I know you would as well.
100%, yeah.
But watching these 9/11 documentaries, like I watched Inside 9/11 Zero Hour, which is a documentary that they really hit. And you see all these different news outlets, like they were reporting the news. And these outlets like CNN and even Fox, I'll even put Fox in there, it's turned into an opinionated news. Like, we got to meet in the middle. Just report the facts. And for someone that went to school for journalism, I know a lot of people that work in the news field and that are great at what they do. But we got to get back to that. If you're doing opinionated news and if you disagree, like you're a racist or a communist, whatever, the hell with it, dude.
Yeah.
Just report the news. See what report what you see, not what you think, what you see. if we can get back to that, and we were there 20 years ago. We were. Yes, they were reporting the most historic thing that's happened on our soil in our lifetime.
Yep.
And we were all able to unite together. But like it amazes me how much the news has divided not just us, but like even itself, like from media in the last 20 years.
Oh, all it is. There is no, Kev. I don't think there's anything. There's no such thing as news anymore.
No,
all it is opinion. It's all opinion.
And looking back at it, social media is the worst thing that's ever happened to society. Looking back at everything in the last 10 years. And don't get me wrong, I have Facebook, I have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
But man, it has really screwed up our society.
Oh, yeah.
It's really fucked it up. And here we are 20 years later. I mean, everything I see on Twitter, either it's a burner account or people actually fucking believe this. I don't know. They just say the most blasphemy shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just like, oh my God. And people get brainwashed watching or getting the news from those social media outlets.
Well, that's a really good point. That's
like
I mean that's a really
when
good
I see
point.
news on Snapchat story, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. If you're getting your news on Snapchat from useless Snapchat stories with someone with purple hair and fucking nose rings that looks like a goddamn bowl, you're stupid.
You know
Watch the news.
It's so
Watch
funny,
the news.
because I've seen that.
And you know what I'm talking about.
I can't believe you even said that.
You
because
know what I'm talking about.
I do, because I have like people that say, "Hey, did you see this?" And they'll send me like a TikTok. Right?
Yeah, we're getting news from TikTok now
of this TikTok person saying giving all these opinions, and they're like, "You see, I told you." And I was like, "Really, dude? It came from a TikTok."
Yeah.
I'm like, seriously?
I'd rather get my news from Barney the dinosaur for crying out loud.
Absolutely.
Ridiculous.
You know what? Because
Ridiculous.
a purple dinosaur is just more real than half the shit
Yeah.
that you see on TikTok.
Hey, you know what? At least he loves us, and you love him.
Yeah,
You know,
I do.
We can make memories together.
You remember the Blues Clues thing?
Yes,
happened?
dude, that brought me back to my childhood.
That guy comes back, and he went. Did you think he was supposed to go viral, or he just did it because?
You knew it was going to go viral because we haven't seen me, 25 years old. Blues Clues was my life. If you ask my parents, if you ask my grandparents, I swear you not, bro.
Nah.
I had 37 handy dandy notebooks growing up. Every day when I was 3 or 4.
So this meant a lot to you.
I had, oh my God, yeah. I would always wear khaki pants, like beige pants, and a green shirt. I always wanted to be
Green
seen.
striped shirt.
Green striped shirt. And if I was not wearing that, I would freak out. I would have a meltdown. Like I had to wear that to school every day, and I had my and I'll find a photo. I know my mom, if she's watching, you know, she will post a photo in the comment section.
Yeah, you know what? Let's make it go viral.
No, yeah, for sure.
Oh, so what did you think? I mean,
It brought, you know, I remember watching the episode, you know, as a first grader or whatever, when Steve was going to college for Joe. And there were so many questions, and we never saw Steve again. Now, we didn't know if, like, he had substance abuse problems or he just wanted to leave the business. I know, like,
wow, is that what kids really thought? That he had
no, not at 6 years old,
okay.
but as you get older. But there were rumors like he was trying. Yeah, he's doing blow. That's not salt and pepper. That's actually cocaine.
That's funny.
You know, makes you think on the
Yeah,
but anyway, but there were so many questions for like the kids people my age at 25 now that we have 20 years ago that were never answered. And you know, I was saying Steve, you know, he went in the music industry, and there were rumors about him, you know, using and abusing God knows what. Mm-hmm. And we see Joe come in, and obviously we grew older, so we weren't watching no more. And the show has changed a lot in the last 20 years.
Is this still on?
It's still on, yeah.
It is?
You got someone else now. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's some Asian dude, actually.
No, it's not.
I think so. Hey, Chris, can you...
Well, Blues Clues is still on to this day.
It's still on to this day.
On Nickelodeon?
No, Nick Jr.
It went off the air for like 10 or 15 years.
Oh, it
And
did?
it came back in 2018.
Wait, so after Joe, it was gone, and then it came back?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was always on.
Is it still supposed to be his brother or something? Or
Yeah, they're like a cousin.
well, he can't be Asian then.
It's called Blue... No, here it is.
Yeah,
If we can get that on
How
the
is
screen.
that his brother?
Cousin.
Oh, it's his cousin.
Adoption? I don't know. I don't know.
Really, dude? That's really, you're gonna go there? Like
What do
that
you want me to say? Do you think they're biological?
well, obviously, is it good? Like,
No, it's great. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, look
It's
at that!
great.
So it is.
They got the mailbox. Who's the pink dog?
Look at there's a pink
We
dog
got
too.
blue and pink now.
Periwinkle.
Who?
It's Blue and Periwinkle.
Periwinkle.
I don't know who that is either.
Wow. I mean, everyone looks the same. Like, you got the soap, you got the clock.
Wait, is that his girlfriend or?
The only thing different, well, Blue's a girl.
Well, no, yeah, you're right. I
Wait, Blue's a
apologize.
girl?
Like, Blue's is a girl. Yeah.
I did not know that.
So is that okay? So is the pink dog a guy?
In 2021,
That's
anything's
okay.
possible.
No, I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I'm just saying. You know.
You're just saying that now.
I don't remember. Our mailbox was my favorite.
Mailbox was great. Salt and Pepper was great. Oh my God, I remember.
Okay.
I remember the table. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, it's coming back.
Wow.
But
well,
dude,
you know what?
And they just shot a movie over the summer.
They shot a movie, really?
Well, I bet you know what? I put money on it right now. It's probably picking up rhythm because of what happened. What's his name?
With Steve.
Yeah.
Going
So
viral.
so it's probably picking
And you
up
know
rhythm.
what? I spoke to a handful of people over, like my age. I saw it on social media. Maybe for once social media does something because it put everyone that was born in 96, 97, 98 into the feels by seeing Steve. It definitely put me in the feels for a minute.
Yeah.
No, I didn't cry or I didn't do it. But Steve was my guy. For someone that
It wasn't
dressed
sad.
like him every day. No, it wasn't sad,
wasn't
but it was just
sad.
like, wow, this guy's still kicking. This guy's still
Yeah.
alive. I admired this guy every day. I would have a meltdown if I wasn't wearing the same outfit that he was.
Everybody thought he had drug issues, but
That's what
the
I-
whole reason that he left the show. It's
college, right?
No, he was getting bald,
I mean,
and he was doing
Yes.
for like 10 years.
yes, that's true.
And he was like, I don't want to be a bald kids host.
Is that what it was? Seriously?
And when
Please
he's
tell
saying
me-
think,
please tell me you're
you know, your
joking.
head. No,
The reason he left was because he was going
head.
bald?
He shaved his head after too.
Well, he
The
was-
day after he shaved his head.
Yeah, well, he was doing that show for I think 8 or 9 years at that point.
Yeah, it was a long time.
After a point, of course you want to move on. He was doing it from 1996 to 2000.
Oh, 2, I would say,
So if he had better genes, he would have kept going.
or better pay.
Well,
It's not the, well,
like genetically, if he had a full head of hair.
You know how much he was getting paid?
I don't know exactly, but the dude was like.
That dude's got to be
he was the
wealthy for
host-
life.
He was the host and the image of one of the most influential and well-known
Mm-hmm.
children's shows of all time. If he didn't walk away with bank, he had a shitty manager.
That's true.
I wonder if Joe got paid the same.
But hold on. Here's the thing. I like Blue's Clues. How big was it? Was it as big as Barney?
Dude, it was huge.
Was it as big as Barney?
Bigger
It
than
was
Barney.
bigger than Barney?
Bigger than
No,
anything.
He was.
Yes, he
bigger than
was.
a big purple dinosaur.
Bigger than, oh my God, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Blue's Clues wasn't shit.
Oh, jeez, man. You leaving
Dude,
poor Barney out there. You
I'm
leaving poor
telling you-
Barney out there to hang.
Bro,
Come
I am
on.
telling you, everyone in their early to mid 20s right now has a relationship with Blue's Clues, and especially Steve. So when we saw Steve come out of left field last week, giving that video, dude, it put us in the feels. And Christian, you would admit, like, you were like, wow, like, it's really, like, I finally get to see, like, my 5-year-old hero, come back from the dead, pretty much. It was like seeing Jesus, for crying out loud.
Well, let me ask you a question. Is he bald? Is that where he wore a hat?
No, he wore a hat.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Is that where he wore a
But
hat?
I do remember him
know
saying
that.
the day after he went to college, he shaved his head. Shaved his head like he was going to the Marines or something.
Wow, really?
So, yeah, thinning hair was an issue with him.
But he left the show for that. Then he went and basically just had a music career.
Yeah, the music
He
career.
toured with the Flaming Lips.
I can't.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve from Blues Clues.
That probably would have got him huge around.
Jamming the guitar. Oh, that would have been
I got to tell you
great.
this, man. I did it. Well, I'm glad that he came back and he did that, which is pretty neat. But I didn't know that he wasn't as that he was more popular than Barney. But
Oh my God, yeah.
Did you guys? Who else was back? Do you remember the Bear in the Big Blue House? It was on Disney.
Love that show.
Okay,
That was a 90s show.
well,
yeah,
the Bear-
yeah.
See, here's the thing. So everyone knows that
Cat dog.
that watches this. That I have Comics on Cannabis is my other podcast, right? So.
Did you ever get that stone you thought you were...
Well, there's, you know what? Those kids, those kids shows, when you're high, I get
Go
like,
on.
when you're high, man, and you watch Barney or Blue's Clues or
Oh,
Bear in the Big
no.
Blue House, right? That's some entertaining stuff. Like, I don't know who created those things, but they must have been high, because there's no way they could
Now,
be that
I
entertaining.
don't smoke, and
Do
our
it.
producer behind the scenes is giggling. Can you confirm that?
Yeah. But see, it's so true, right? I don't know.
Really?
Oh my God. Yeah, if you're stoned and you see some dancing big bear or some dog that just fucking murphs like here and there, are you kidding kidding me? It's the best thing ever if you're stoned. Good God, right? They don't make it like man, back then, the big 90s when they have that shit. You got to keep that. They got to keep doing shit like that. What else was back there that
Well, I'll tell you what though. This PSA right now for people that are anti-weed.
What?
Just hear this. Put this guy on the phone. Put this guy on TV right now.
Right now, do it. Let's do it. You know what? You and I are gonna do a cartoon. All right, we're gonna make up some.
Sounds like an
crazy
acid
shit.
trip. You sure it's not
We
acid?
could do acid, or we're gonna smoke up.
I'm not
anything we
smoking
can.
nothing.
Yes, you are.
No,
because-
I'm not.
Yes, you are. Christian, what else was there in the '90s?
I gotta take a
Right,
drug
you
test,
can get high and enjoy that stuff. Like Blue's Clues is one of them. Bear in the Big Blue House, and of course Barney.
No, I would never smoke and watch Barney.
Oh, yes, you would.
You want to
when
hear
smoke.
something funny?
It's
my
great
my
stuff.
father would
Barney's
enjoy.
fucking awful.
Great stuff.
Dude, I loved Barney too, and my dad hated the fact that my grandpa thought I was gay just because I admired a purple little dinosaur.
No. You know what? You know what killed me with Barney, dude? Christian, you can appreciate this one. Okay, this is crazy. So how popular? Okay, can we all admit that Barney was popular? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Voiced by Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay. Do you remember?
I don't know about that.
Do you remember?
No, he was voiced by the same guy.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah.
Do you remember the guy that played Barney
In the costume.
in the
The
costume?
costume, no.
I never saw his
Yeah.
But I imagine this guy. Have you ever seen the movie Blades of Glory?
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
this recently. He was actually a black guy.
He was all right.
Oh, really?
He was just to get back to your
Oh wait,
thing.
wait,
right?
hey. But I think of this guy as Barney the dinosaur, the guy who's acting. I don't know what he looks like now. We know as an African American man.
Yeah.
I think of Chaz Michaels when he's in that costume ice skating in the beginning. He's just drinking
Oh,
pints
that's
of booze.
great.
I love you. You love me.
That's pretty accurate. I think that's probably what they used. But
anyway.
listen to this. So yeah, Christian, you were right. So it's an African American. It's a black man, right? And there was so much hysteria about it, saying, "Wait, my kid, like in racist
Right.
America." So, oh my God, my kid was watching this black guy. I can't
Really?
believe it. Yeah. And then I saw this, I read this thing, and
Why do
I don't
care?
know.
He's dressed in a dinosaur.
I just thought it was kind of funny because the guy actually said, how fucked up is it in America that you get accepted as a big purple dinosaur and not as a black man?" I was like, it's so true.
Christ.
It's
Wow.
like, yeah, what type of society do
Wow.
we live in, right, where that's the case? Because this was I remember there was a big hoo-ah, right? And it's like, who cares if he's a black, it could, right?
You don't even know.
Do you remember?
It's so foolish. I remember reading
Yeah.
about that, and I was like, who cares who's black, yellow, purple, green? Well,
To be
green and
honest
purple,
with
but
you, that's not the craziest thing I've read about Barney that was confirmed to be true.
Wait, so what's the worst? I mean, now you just opened a can of worms.
That day was crazy. It's the fact that it's obnoxiously just wrong.
Well, you know the song at the end of the show.
I love you, you love me. Yeah.
Did you know? And this was confirmed by U.S. agents that they used that song to torture detainees in Guantanamo Bay. I'm not even making.
Really?
Wow,
They
really?
would just play it on the loop.
While they're just abusing the hell out of prisoners.
Yep.
You know what?
Oh wow.
You know what?
That's messed up.
No, it's not. It's actually genius because that would make somebody talk.
How so? While you're getting the crap kicked out of you and whipped to death.
That would make me
I
talk,
love
man.
you.
That would make me talk. I'd be like, listen, man, fucking rip off my fucking balls if you have to, but just stop that fucking song. Like,
You think I got to that point?
well,
You think I got to that point?
it had to have. For them to actually use something like that, I mean, my goodness.
Jeez.
Yeah.
They used a couple. It was that. It was I forgot what Sesame Street song, but there's.
Sunny. Yeah,
No,
whatever
it
that's.
was, it was something even worse. It
Oh,
was-
really?
Well, hold on. I didn't think that was that bad. The sunny days keeping the cloud. I didn't think that was that
Oh my
bad.
God! In training, they forced.
When you're in hell, it's not fun.
I guess.
This is literally a quote from the article. In training, they forced me to listen to Barney's "I Love You" for 45 minutes. I never wanted to go through that hell again. Told one U.S. operative.
Wow.
It's messed up.
Wow. That's that. What's funny about that is if you have a kid, what if he loves that song?
Dude, you know what's funny? I'll go back because my dad hated Barney. He was not a fan. That
Yeah, you were saying that. Why?
Man of culture.
He's a man of culture.
I don't know. And you know what? Maybe one day we can get him on here and he can explain. I'm sure he's going to put something in the comments.
I would love to see your old man here, man. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
But he said one day,
Oh, here we go.
Barney, probably saying to my mom or whatever, I can't take Barney. Barney's just a pussy. I can't take him no more. He's ruining my son. So what do I do at 4 years old? When your brain is like a sponge, you just soak everything in.
Yeah.
4 years old. I'm finally getting over the Barney hype. And I see this kid in a Barney shirt. You see my 4-year-old self walk in. Swear to God, this is the God's honest truth. My parents can confirm this. I just go, Barney's a pussy.
Wow. Are you serious? And the repercussions of that? Seriously, dude?
Yeah. My mind's like a sponge. I mean, our minds are all sponges at 4 years old. Come on.
I guess. I don't know how you react. I don't know how you respond to something like that.
Wait.
Respond to something like that, but all right.
Like Pussycat, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Could have been.
Oh, we have cats, no pussycats. I don't know. Miss Puss, as we like to call him.
I never had a problem with Barney. Okay. I never loved Barney. I like Barney. I never loved him. But then once again, when it was where was I? I was in high school or something. We were smoking weed, and this kid had a Barney bong.
Oh no!
Yeah, and it might have been the coolest thing at the party. And yeah, pretty much.
I love you.
Yeah. It was like, yeah. It was. I mean,
Whoever brought that bong and definitely got laid that night.
It was great. It was like this Barney bong, and you would like suck. It was the best bong ever. And I remember everybody being like, "That's probably the coolest thing at the party," and everyone was taking a hit from it.
Sounds like a very boring party.
It was a pretty cool party, but
I mean, if the bong is the highlight of the party, that should tell you how bad the party was.
It was pretty cool. You're like, oh shit, it was the best. There, is it there?
That.
Yeah, I don't know if they sell it or I think he actually. That's not
Does
it.
It look like that?
No, it looked like an actual Barney. He probably made it. I think he probably.
Wait, what was the Yellow's character again? Oh my God, I just know Barney. I know the green one and I know the yellow one. Oh God, what's their names? Baby Bop, I think is one of them. I don't know.
Is the Barney bong there? No?
I actually have a funny.
No, he must have. I think he must have made it because it must have been. I don't know how he did it, but it was awesome.
Really?
Like, yeah, it was. It had water in it. It was amazing, and it was a great party, man. But
I bet.
Listen, man, if that's. Fuck, man. I wish I brought it.
My favorite photo. I haven't seen this photo in years. I'm gonna show it to you. It's like 5 years old, but it's a ghetto Barney.
Oh yeah, that goes to your fucking in a costume, right?
No wait.
Oh jeez, here we go. Well, why is he shredding on a guitar? What the fuck is that?
Talk about an acid trip.
Yo, is that Barney shredding on a guitar?
Grateful Dead.
That headline. Read that fucking
Hold on.
headline.
What is that? Hold on. That's I can't read it. What's it say?
Oh no! Grateful Dead got Barney the Dinosaur to replace Phil. Set the Nassau Coliseum in '93.
Oh, that's it. Really? That was a dead.
Oh, we gotta play that.
Show?
We gotta play that
that's
now.
That's a dead show. You know what's great about that? They're all so fucking high that everybody would have accepted that and be like, no, why not? All right.
Fucking Barney.
But this.
Wow.
So I want you to see this photo.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Let's hear some of it.
My God.
Okay, you know what? Dude, seriously, bro. Look at the kids. Look at the kids.
That
Dude,
is
they're
amazing.
like 8-year-old, 7-year-old kids.
The real dude was behind the amps because this guy was here just to entertain some kids.
That
And
is
they just
messed
threw him
up.
on stage.
Oh,
That's fucked.
dude.
That's messed up.
Can
Dude.
you imagine being this dude and your job is to be a birthday party entertainer and you just hate life, so before you go to work, take a tab at acid.
Well, it reminds me.
And then all of a sudden, the Grateful Dead's just putting you on stage in a Barney
It
costume.
kind of reminds me.
It's probably the greatest thing ever.
It kind of reminds me.
Thing ever.
It kind of reminds me of Charlie Waffles and Christian. I want you to put this up. 2.5 Men, my favorite show. Charlie Harper, as we know, Charlie Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
He's a jingle writer, and he is writing kids songs now, and he gets big in this episode, but he refuses to do live shows because he's got stage fright. So yeah, that one. And he realizes, and yeah, I want you to play this. He realized that those
going on,
damn
everybody?
advertising. Hey, what's going on, pal? How are you? How are you? Oh, it's Bobby. There we go. But anyway, he realizes like, yeah, I want you to. I'll tell you when to keep. Probably like around. Keep going. Wait. So pause that. Go back maybe like 20 seconds. 20. Keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. Yeah. So basically, yeah, right here is good. So basically, he had stage fright in middle school at the talent show, and he's like, I won't do live shows. I'll do CDs. I'll do commercials, like audio wise, voiceover tracks. He realizes he never drank until until he got on stage. He's like, I didn't start drinking yet, so this is where all the confidence comes. So we see him on a kid's show at 11 a.m. and Christian play it.
Wait, so he's drunk here?
I figured out what went wrong in 7th grade. What? I hadn't started drinking yet.
Oh, wow.
Charlie, you have to get out there. Right. Little bastards wait. You can't sue him if he just stinks, right?
Wow.
Relax, kids! You're damn right.
It's the best show ever.
This was a funny show. It kind of jumped when
when
he
he
left,
left.
and then it was yeah. Oh shit.
That one's not on the CD. Let's try this again. I drink from a sippy cup, sippy cup, sippy cup. I drink from a sippy cup because I'm a big kid now. Come on! I drink from a sippy cup, sippy cup, sippy cup. I drink from
This is the best part coming up.
I'm a big kid now. They love him. How can they love him? Who cares? They're gonna make a fortune. Does it bother you that he's loaded? He's a musician. It didn't bother me if he wasn't.
You can pause that now. But that's how I feel about Barney.
Yeah.
In Grateful Dead of '93.
I'm not gonna lie. If you guys were high and you were at a Grateful Dead show and you saw that, would you not think that was one of the greatest things
Would
ever?
you really want to be high though? Again, I don't know the feeling,
At a
but I
Grateful
feel
Dead
like at a
show?
concert or at a game, you want to be drinking. You don't want to be high.
Well, at a Grateful Dead show, you can't help it, man. There's
Really?
smoke everywhere. Yeah,
Oh,
everyone's
God.
selling it or taking it. It's great. The weird thing is, I'm not even a big Grateful Dead fan. I'm just not. But I'm not. Once again, I'm not a huge pothead. You know, I smoke it, but I'm not a huge pothead. So it's.
I don't know how you guys function.
Really?
I don't get me wrong. I've tried it. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Grandma. I've tried it once or twice, and I remember going to this one party in college, stoned out of my mind. I could not function, and I just said, I gotta go.
You know,
I was in and out in 5 minutes.
I think everybody.
And I went to sleep.
Oh, really? Yeah, it does that.
Yeah.
Well, it depends what strain.
But like
sativa
I've been
or
to
indica,
parties
so-
drunk and I can interact with people like I'm social. But the one party I smoked pot and
Yeah.
got high, I was like, I don't like this feeling.
Really?
Yeah, I got very
I was about to
paranoid.
say you got paranoid. Yeah.
And that's the last time, honest to God, I touched it. 19. So it's been
Seriously, you
6
never
years,
tried. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. You got paranoid with it, but it depends what type of strain you have. So if
I also didn't like the feeling. On
it's
top of that.
right. If you don't like, some people don't like it. Some people do. You know, I take it from.
But again, like I'm not anti-weed. If
No,
you
I
want to
take-
get high, go get high.
I take it for
don't care.
medicinal purposes too, because I have high anxiety and stuff, so it calms me down and stuff. So when
Ever
I
tried
drink it,
drinking?
I take that too. I take that. I drink as well too. I
Yeah.
do a little bit of both. Boy, I do all kinds of alcohol. I'll do weed, do a whole bunch of stuff. Boy, everyone's proud of me, I'm sure. But you know what? It leads to these podcasts, right?
It does. Poke the woke. And actually, one more thing I want to hit before I know we have only a few minutes left.
Yeah.
Occasional cortex.
Ah,
The congressman.
AOC.
Yeah, the congresswoman from New York. And I call her occasional cortex because I believe it's only occasional when she uses the brain. And, she's got a lot of beliefs, and God bless her, I'm not personally a fan, but she's got a big fan base.
Huge.
And here we are, a open socialist.
Yeah, she's a socialist Democrat.
She's a socialist or democratic socialist.
apology,
Which,
yeah.
no, if you're a socialist, you're a socialist. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
She's at this gala event,
At the Met.
and the most arguably the most expensive venue to get in, or event to get in the whole year, not just in New York, but anywhere on top of that. And she's got the audacity. $30,000 a plate, it says. A table, we're looking at 6 figures for a whole table. And she has the audacity to go in and a waitress is taxed or rich. She's hanging out with these people.
I think I saw that. It was the red thing on the back, right?
She says a lot of stupid things on Twitter. I don't even think she's qualified to run a hot dog stand, if you ask me.
Well,
I don't think she's
she was a bartender.
She was a bartender.
So she's qualified to.
Bartend on a cruise ship, okay?
Oh, was it a cruise ship?
No, hangover reference.
That's right. Yeah, the one who'd you get laid by, right? It was a bartender cruise ship. Yeah, I heard about that. It was like $35,000, but I think it was gifted to her. I believe.
Obviously.
No, I'm not saying that's right. So it was gifted to her.
Well, her salary is as a congresswoman is $174K. Which is crazy.
And she lives in a nice apartment complex, I think, too.
Hey, but if you're elected in Congress, God bless you.
So
you got.
When you're rich, does that automatically disqualify you from voicing an opinion on these things?
No, but you're hanging out with all these big time multimillionaire celebrities, and you're saying tax the rich.
Tax the rich?
Yeah.
But what's the problem with that?
You really think people want to get taxed?
No, it's not that. It's not that. So basically, answer your question. All right. So she's successful and she's hobnobbing with the people, okay, that she despises. So she was doing it, right? She was being very, very chummy with these people, with the celebrities, with the upper echelon. All right. The problems, the people that are causing the problems that she doesn't like, she's hanging out and hobnobbing with. Now, had she have stayed outside the Met,
no one will be talking about this.
With a big sign or something and say, "Hey, tax the rich. This is wrong." You guys.
I would respect that.
Look
It's
at
her
the upper
belief.
elite. But
You would sit on here saying it was
I would say it, but at least the girl's sticking to her guns.
Be here today saying, no, she looks
I would absolutely, but you know what? She's sticking to her guns. I can respect that.
She was right.
I can respect
if
that.
that was Bernie Sanders would be outside, and he's a millionaire too, right?
Yeah.
And he wouldn't be in there with the elite.
No way.
So I think the problem here, it's not really a problem.
It's
but,
a hypocrite.
But yeah,
it's a hypocrite.
It's very hypocritical for her to be in this very expensive dress, hobnobbing with the people that she can't stand and being friendly with. So that's where it gets a little problematic with her, and people being like, well, you got to understand her too. She's like how racist this country is, and basically women of color can't succeed. I was like, can't succeed. Like you're one of the most popular politicians in.
Yeah, she will be. She will be for the next decade, whether you like her or not.
So that it was the hypocritical. It was the hypocrisy of the whole thing is why I think people had a problem with it.
Let me ask you this, because in this district, the 14th district in New York, that AOC does represent, Bronx and Queens, and her backstory, bartender, works several jobs, trying to make ends meet. That's the whole community. How do you think her community feels while they're struggling to make ends work, and there's a congresswoman with a bunch of multimillionaire celebrities?
I think that's
in that dress.
I think that's what it was.
They all have to go. Most of the time.
Why they have to go?
Most of the time they're in that is because they're the rich people. You got to suck up to these people. Yes.
Right.
AOC is now in that demographic. However, once you are in that demographic, it doesn't discourage you from doing it. If anything, it just hypes.
But if you're so open and so against them, and you're open about that, and not just on social media, but in real life, why you bowing down and getting on your knees for these people?
It's not bowing down. It's just being there. And you can be.
Why does she have to be there, though?
You can be friendly, and I could. For example, I'm here with you guys, and I'm disagreeing with you.
That's fine.
Right.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean I won't be here for the next one, or just hanging with you.
Oh no, that's how this is a little bit. You're absolutely right, but how this is.
No, I agree with you with that one.
How this is a little bit different is the fact that these are the elite. The absolute elite. We disagree, but we're still, she makes it very clear that these people are the enemy. You and I, we're friends, and we're going to work together, right? Yeah. And we disagree, but I never say that you're the enemy, or you never come to us and say we're the enemy.
Never.
She flat out thinks these people are the enemy, that these people are the bane of society, and without them paying their taxes and without them paying this much money, that the world will collapse.
Has she actually said like these people are the bane of
multiple times?
Oh, yeah, she flat out says, you know what, we should tax them. I believe her tax rate is going to be like she wants to tax them 70% or something like that too. Okay. Now 70% is a lot of money. So Christian, let's just say you became a great director. Okay,
I already am. Motherfucker.
you are okay. A famous director, right?
Motherfucker.
All right? So think about that. How pissed would you be if you got $1 million, but because of AOC, 70%. So out of that $1 million, right? You just take home what, $300,000, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
But then you're like, really? But then AOC says, what are you upset about? You still made $300,000. I'd be like, fuck,
I'm losing $700K.
Fuck you. Yeah, I'd be pretty pissed. So
Yeah.
so that's
I
that.
don't think it should be that extreme. However,
That's what you're looking at. That's
see, my thing is that at the same time we're talking about that's the whole point of the thing, is because literally we're sitting here talking about tax the rich, whereas you're talking to me if I was going to be a famous director and someone took that. I'm not really someone who revels in cash. Sure, $1 million is great, but $300,000 is equally great. I'm like,
But you would be okay to give a good chunk of that away?
You would be
for
okay.
if I was in a super high tax bracket, if I was the next Spielberg,
Okay.
and it was at that point, I don't give a fuck.
I think you would. So I'm sorry, I can't speak for you, right? But for me, if I was an actor or a comic and I got $10 million from my film,
And I gotta give
and I only
good chunk of that
took home $3 million, right? What are you upset about? It's only $3 million. I'm sorry, $3 million is a lot of money.
I get mad
but
when I
would
lose
be a little
little
upset.
scratches.
I would be a little upset.
I do agree. I think that it is a little extreme. It should be a case-by-case scenario, but I do think that there are issues with the fact that, for example, Amazon last year didn't pay a dime in taxes for their company, and same for Jeff Bezos. That's fucked. That dude's about to be a trillionaire.
Yep.
That
I agree with you on that.
exist.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand that being like, if I was an actor or a filmmaker and I was offered a $10 million movie and only walked away with $3 million, at the end of the day, yeah, you are still getting away with millions. But I do think at a certain point you should be held to a higher accountability with your taxes. But I think that that's the best part of what AOC did, is because me and you are talking about it, and
Right.
we're offering two different perspectives.
Right.
You can disagree with what
100%.
she was saying and what she did, which, to be honest, when I first saw it, I thought it was tone deaf. Because
I saw your Facebook post about it, yeah.
I did think it was tone
Yeah.
deaf. But
Yeah.
then I realized, and I was like, holy shit, that was the point.
So you knew,
It
you
was
believe
a
she
conversation.
knew what she was getting herself into?
I do, man.
Okay.
Oh, she knew. Are you kidding me? Of course she knew what she was getting into.
But like,
We're
I
talking.
don't give a
Of
fuck.
course she knew. The fact that you. Oh my God. Of course she knew.
We're talking about AOC.
That's true
Here's
too.
the thing, though. Me and you were talking about it, and then we come to the agreement that it's fucked. Amazon didn't pay a dime in taxes last year, and Bezos is about to be a trillionaire.
Right.
So,
Gets to go in space for 12 minutes and come home and have a sandwich.
and he doesn't even run Amazon anymore.
Right.
But it's wild. So yeah, you can have disagreements about what AOC stands for. Personally, I support her. I do think that there are some questionable things as far as like selling out as a politician. However, I don't think anyone should worship at the altar of a politician.
Right.
It's very
No.
fucking weird, and that goes for Trump, Biden support. I don't give a fuck who you support. But
If you're obsessed with a politician,
yeah,
you're
if
yeah.
it's part
Yeah.
of your personality, I have a problem.
I actually saw a flag today. Impeach Biden. Like, what? Don't you want this country to succeed? Like, you're hoping for the best. You may disagree,
Yeah.
but we already have flags saying impeach Biden, and we saw the same thing, impeach Trump and all that. That shouldn't be a thing. At the end of the day, the guy is the guy that's running the country.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with him or disagree, you want him to succeed.
I think cognitively, here's the thing. Joe Biden, I think cognitively something's a little bit up, and it's not just me. I think everybody sees it.
Yeah.
I kind of hope somehow, some way, it's got to get better. Because when it's almost painful.
He's not even taking questions. He's just walking away.
and the leader of the free world.
I need to hear my president answer questions.
Yeah, so there
basic
it is.
questions too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
The basic questions. But that's the thing with Biden, because you almost feel bad. You know what I'm
I
saying?
do.
I don't think anybody really hates the guy. It's the fact. Well,
He had
it's the fact that it doesn't seem like he's cognitive enough to make the decision.
Dude, when you
to make
watch
the right...
him go back to 2012 when he was debating Paul Ryan, and you put him and you compare that video to him with Trump in 2020,
Yeah.
so it's a different person.
Yeah. Well, he's getting.
It's a different person. Not just getting old, but the mental decline, though.
Right.
It's
What
obvious.
I find hilarious is when people think, "Oh, you didn't support you hated Trump. That means you love Biden." No,
I can't find one Joe Biden supporter, and I feel like we disagree on.
I will understand and accept that Biden is who we have as our
Yeah,
Democrat
I will
nominee,
too.
But that was not who I wanted as my president.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is.
I don't know. Like, I know a lot of Pete Buttigieg fans. I
can't stand Pete Buttigieg.
I know a couple Kamala Harris fans when she was running.
Who?
Kamala? Kamala?
Who?
Camel toe?
Is she still? Is she the vice president? Right.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a month.
Okay, because I haven't heard from her. Seen her in a month. There was not to cut you off, but
is she still in Singapore? I don't know.
I don't even know. But there's a thing out there saying there's no such thing as a Biden supporter, just Trump haters.
I agree with that.
So that's pretty much what it.
And listen, Joe Biden, he was a vice president, for Barack Obama, 8 years. We know his story. Mm-hmm. She just rode into the sunset, and now we see this mental decline. It's sad because you know what? My opinion, I think the first lady should be charged with elder abuse. It's really sad how this man is running the country right now, and he can't answer one basic question.
I just feel bad because once again,
he's not fit. He's not fit.
He's not fit.
And everybody, people are afraid to say that. It's the truth. I'm not afraid to say it.
No, you know what? I think there's tons of people that think that. But when I see it, it's just more
he's
sad.
walking in circles. He's going in different directions when he walks, and he can't. Every press conference that he has another one today. There was something about taxes. Actually, speaking of taxes, and he just turns around and walks away.
I don't think there's anybody. I can't say it. I don't think that wants.
It's scary.
That wants him not to be well.
It's scary.
Everybody. I think everybody wants him to be well.
But you know what? If you can't,
I know I do.
Away.
I would love for him to be well and healthy. And you never want to see that in any.
People hated Barack Obama. As a president. But you know what? He was the most mentally. He was there. He was fit. Physically fit. Able, in my opinion, I think the best public speaking president that we had, whether you agree or disagree.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
But at least we weren't talking about his mental decline or cognitive or
cognitively, yeah.
So this is the world that we live in these days.
It really is. It's kind of scary what's going to end up happening because here's the.
And this is a thing that I hope we get to term limits, not just in the Senate and Congress. Obviously, the youngest age he can be to run for president is 35. There should be an age, probably post 65 where
you can't.
You shouldn't. Yeah. And we saw, Trump is 74, Biden's 78.
Yep.
Nancy Pelosi's 80. Mitch McConnell's 79. Chuck is 77. Get these old people out of here, both sides of the aisle.
I would agree. And this is why it's crazy for you and I, because we know that Biden's probably not calling the shots, right? The far
and
left,
I don't think he's going to be running in 2024.
The far left woke is. So you and I, it drives us crazy.
Yeah,
The far left woke is, but yeah, man, another great episode. A lot of good stuff, man. Always a good episode. Always good stuff.
And we got some potential exciting things, down the road.
We got some fun things coming up. We'll make announcements. Obviously, it will make sure everybody knows about it. Cool. What do you got going on? You and Sal?
Talking baseball with Sal and Giletti.
You guys
was out yesterday.
It was on yesterday.
Yeah, it was on yesterday. It was just Matt, Carl, and myself, and the three of us, and we'll have the full house back next Wednesday, and obviously go Big Blue. And looking forward to talking to you next week.
You guys think you're going back on WLD, or what's the case?
Well, we did hear some good news. There's
by the way, WLD is back on.
Yeah, they are back on. We did hear from Sean the other day, Sean Ryan, our program director, producer, morning host on the channel, and they're getting there. And there is a GoFundMe page. We'll actually share it
awesome.
As well.
Definitely.
Just to help out. He's a great guy. Unfortunately, he lost everything. All he had was his dog and the clothes on his back.
He's getting it together, though.
But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. I know he's going to bounce back. They already are, and good things are ahead, and we're always going to be by Sean's side.
Yep, absolutely, man. Hopefully that works back out when you get back on that medium. And then for me, for everyone that listens to Comics on Cannabis, we've been kind of out of it for a little bit, but we're going to get back into it on a daily basis starting next week, which is cool. So always follow us at Comics on Cannabis or comicsoncannabis.com. But until
daily basis?
A weekly basis, sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm not even high. How about that, huh? I'm not even high. But great show, man. And I guess we'll see you next. Christian, we're always good. You know what, Christian? It's always good to have you here. It's always good to have you here, and hating what we talk about. Who loves you, Christian? We do. But until next time, right?
Yeah, we'll be back Tuesday, 5:00 or normal time.
Normal time, yes.
Okay, awesome.
All right, guys.
See you then.
Yeah, take care, guys. Have a good night.
Go Big Blue.
Bye.